Good morning, students. Today, in continuation with in general science, we are doing the revision work for class 4 general science. Yes, the revision work of class 4 portion. In that, we are going to start with a new topic, that is water. What is the topic? Water. Yes. Now we know that 70% of the earth is covered with water, isn't it? 70% of our body also is made of water. So water becomes a very, very essential component of our life, of the earth also. Yes. So water covers 70% of the earth. Water exists in two forms. The two forms are surface and underground water. Yes, we find water in two forms. One is surface water and one is underground water. Yes. Now when we talk about this surface water and underground water, what are they? What are the sources here? So we talk about the first one, that is the surface water. What is the first form? The surface water. Now in the surface water, the water that we see on the surface of the earth will be called as the surface water. That means water that you see in the seas, oceans, in your rivers, lakes, ponds. Yes, all this is called as surface water. Okay. Then we come to the next form of water, that is the underground water. Underground water. Yes, the underground water. Now when we talk about the underground water, we see that the underground water is that water content which is flowing underneath the first layer of the earth, or the underneath the soil. Yes, so that, from where do we get that water? We are getting it from rain. But how? What are the sources of it? Well is a source of it. Yes, tube well is a source of it. Yes, spring. Okay, that the water that comes on the surface of the earth, a spring also is a source of underground water. Yes, so the two forms are surface water and underground water. Okay, I'll give you the definition. Or the water that is flowing on the surface of the earth is surface water. Example, lake, river, sea. Underground water, the water that is below the surface of the earth, that is called as underground water, and that is hand pump and well. Yes. Now, the next topic that we are touching on is the water cycle. Yes, if water is evaporating every day because of the sun's heat, then how do we maintain the water content on the face of the earth? Yes, we know that water is essential, so it should be there on the face of the earth. Yes, so this work is done with the help of the water cycle. Okay, now water cycle is nothing but when the sun's heat evaporates the water. Yes, the sun's heat evaporates the water. What is happening? It goes on the higher altitudes of the atmosphere, on the higher level of the atmosphere. There the temperature is very low, and because the temperature is very low, what happens to that evaporated form of water? It condenses. again turns into droplets of water. Yes, then those droplets of water combine and make clouds, and those clouds, when they become very heavy, it comes down in the form of precipitation. Instead of rain, why am I using the word precipitation? Because it is not necessary that this water comes down only in the form of rain. It can come down as snow, as frost, as fog. Yes, there are many forms of precipitation. Yes, so generally that we see, or very commonly that we see, is rain. Okay, so it comes down in the form of rain, and this water again goes into the seas and lakes and rivers from where this water had evaporated. Okay, yes, so this is how the water cycle works. I'll give you the explanation for water cycle. Evaporation. The sun slowly heats the water on the surface of the earth. This water changes into water vapor. The process of change of water into water vapor is called evaporation. So the first form is evaporation. Yes, evaporation. Then, the process of change of water into water vapor is called evaporation. Water vapor rises up in the sky as it is lighter than air. In SST also we had learned, no, that hot air is lighter. So with the hot air, what is going up is the water vapor. The air up in the sky is cool. So water vapor condenses to form clouds. Clouds give rain when they have more water than they can hold. Yes, so this is how evaporation takes place. This is how evaporation takes place. Yes, but what is the rate of evaporation? Every day the rate of evaporation changes because of the heat of the sun. Yes, someday you have a very hot weather, someday it is not very hot weather. Yes, so the evaporation rate also changes. Now what are the factors affecting the rate of evaporation? On what basis is the water evaporating? At what level or at what rate? Yes, water evaporates quickly when it is hot. Yes, whenever it is very hot, what will happen? The water evaporates. Water evaporates quickly on a dry sunny day. If it is cloudy, yes, if it has just rained, yes, what happens? It is not a dry day. So the day it is dry, what will happen? The water will evaporate more fast. Yes, water evaporates quickly when it is windy. Yes, when it is very windy, that time also when you go out and you dry your clothes get dried up very fast. Yes, so that is called as, or that tells you that when it is very windy also the water evaporates very fast. Yes, because the change of that hot air goes on a very fast speed. Then you have the fourth factor, that is water evaporates quickly when the exposed surface is large. Yes, if I spread a bed sheet and dry, it will get dried up faster than if I just fold it and keep the wet cloth or wet bed sheet in one corner. Yes, if the surface area is fully kept opened, then it will evaporate fast. And on the other hand, if I fold it, I do not keep it open, yes, I gather it together and keep it on one corner, what will happen is that cloth will take more time to dry. So evaporation becomes, the rate of evaporation becomes slow. Yes, so all these factors help in doing what? In drying something, or helps in evaporating water. Yes, then we come to the next topic in the water cycle, that is condensation. Yes, what do you mean by the word condensation? The change of vapor into water is called condensation. For this, a simple experiment is there. When the water is boiling, yes, when your mother is boiling water in the kitchen on a gas stove, you see that steam is produced. Yes, nowadays we are told to take steam quite often. So it's the best example that you can see nowadays. That is, the steam is produced. Yes. What is that steam? That steam is nothing but water vapor. Yes. And if we bring any cold thing, like if I say I fill a glass with ice and bring it in front of the steam, what will happen? There will be droplets of water on that glass, So that will be called as condensation of water. That means that steam, water vapor, has changed back to droplets of water. The water content inside the glass is not out. The water that is there in the atmosphere condenses, or the steam that was there has condensed, and those droplets of water has been formed. If you do not want to do such a complicated thing, it is very easy. You can even fill the glass with the ice cubes, yes, and keep it for a while. What will you see? That after some time you find droplets of water on that, the outer surface of the glass. That is called as condensation of water. Yes. So here they have given us an example, experiment. Boil some water in a kettle. You will see water vapor comes out of its spout. Hold a clean bottle filled with cold water near the steam. You will see that as the steam touches the bottle, it changes into tiny water droplets. This change of vapor into water is called condensation. Now, I had kept a glass of ice filled to show you the droplets on the glass surface. Can you see the droplets on this glass surface? Yes, you can see this. Yes. Yes. See, these are droplets of water. Okay. Yes. So this experiment is very, very simple. Very simple. Yes. You can keep a bottle filled with very cold water, chilled water outside, and you will see that the surface water or the water on the surface of that bottle, and what is that? That is nothing but the water that is in your atmosphere has condensed and become water droplets again. Yes? Okay. So, what are the forms of condensation? What are the different forms of condensation? Condensation takes place in nature too. It causes rain, dew, frost, snow, mist and fog. Yes, all these are different forms of condensation. What are these? These are all different forms of condensation. Okay? Yes. So, with this, we come to the end of the water cycle. We come to the end of the topic as water cycle. So, a quick revision of what we have done. We have talked about water, how important it is, surface water and underground water. Yes. Then we have talked about the water cycle. And in water cycle, we have talked about evaporation and condensation. Yes? Okay. What is the next topic? Safe water. Yes? When we talk about safe water, why are we talking about safe water? Because are we ready to use or drink dirty water? No, we are not ready to do that. Or we should not be ready to do that. Why? Because we will fall sick. Isn't it? So, safe water or clean water is our priority, is one of the necessary things of our life. Yes? So, we talk of safe water. Water is essential for life. Its most important use is for drinking. Dirty water is not fit for drinking. We fall ill if we drink dirty water. So, water needs to be purified before it is used. Yes? Before we understand what all things or how do we purify water, we need to think or we need to study what will make the water impure. Yes, what will make the water impure? So, impurities in water can be of two types. Those that are dissolved in water. Yes, like you have different kinds of minerals and salts which are dissolved in water. Can you see those? No, you cannot see those. So that is called as the dissolved impurities. Yes, they are dissolved impurities. But those particles which are not dissolved in water can be seen with our naked eyes. Yes, sometimes you open the tap and the water is so muddy. Yes, that means, do you think or do you say that okay, today I can drink this water? No, because you can see the impurity. You can see that that water is very dirty. Yes, so those are undissolved impurities. So we need to talk about both dissolved impurities and the undissolved impurities. Yes, so those are not dissolved in water, like sand. The flowing water carries minerals, mud and sand particles along with it. Water also has many germs in it. All these things make the water impure and unfit for drinking. Yes, it becomes unfit for drinking. So we end up our class here. Okay, this video I end up here, and in the next video we'll talk about how do we take out these impurities. Okay, yes, have a good day.